Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampItCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me for another video tutorial. Today we're going to be making a patriotic treat holder for 4th of July. Now, one of the struggles is always to find candy or some sort of treat that works for 4th of July or something that I haven't used before. I try to use something different each time, but I did find these fun airheads that had the red, white, and blue stripe, and the candy itself is red, white, and blue stripe, so these were perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna make a super simple little sleeve to go over it, and I will post measurements on my blog. But I have got a piece of the new Azure Afternoon cardstock, and I have my metric site over here, so I will post these on my blog so you can get the measurements. But I've already scored this, so I'm going to fold and score on my score lines. And you can get, I want to say this is maybe 5.5 by 6.5, so you can get 2 pieces out of a piece of cardstock. You can get 2 sleeves. So if you look, these are going to overlap, and one of them is a little larger than the other. So we're going to take this larger side right here, flip it over, and we're going to put tear and tape right near the edge. Okay. Then we are going to remove that. We're going to fold this flap down and just adhere it just like that. And then that makes our sleeve perfectly square. Okay? So we're ready to go ahead and put our airheads in there. It's a little bit snug, but it fits on perfectly. But that keeps it from, falling out unless you shake it. So it's just white enough to leave kind of this fun red face and then a little bit of that stripe coming out the other end. All right, so let's decorate our sleeve now. We're gonna take a piece of real red, and then I have a piece of basic white to go right on top. So we're doing just a very thin border going around. Actually, that's almost, I want to make just slightly more border on the edge. Sometimes cardstock cuts funny. Okay, there we go. Now, I have cut 2 pieces of this Night of Navy shimmer paper. And I cut 2 because I did this for classes this month. So I've cut like, I don't know, 40 or 50 of these. So I didn't need it to go all the way across because that was just wasting. We're not even going to see that. So I'm layering them together, and then I'm going to cut a notch right in the center, and we're going to cut up and flag this one end. Okay, that way our flag is the same. And then we're going to just glue it to our box. And I'm looking, because I've got my seam right here, I want my seam on the other side. I don't like my seam being right on the top. So we're going to flip that over. Now we're going to glue these to the edges. Let's find this. Okay, I'm going to stick this one right here. And we're going to stick this one on this side. And this is a good way when you're using specialty paper, especially specialty paper, because we don't get a whole lot of that. We will get, 2 sheets maybe, 1 or 2 sheets. So I like to make it stretch as far as I can. Just going to go ahead. This is kind of long, so I'm going to put 6 on there. Make sure that's supported. Now, if you wanted to do this and hand them out, you could even tape a couple sparklers to your airheads if you wanted and slide those in there as well. When I was prepping for class, sparklers were not out yet, so that didn't happen because I love sparklers. Okay, so I used one die set, or I actually used two die sets. I used the Give It a Whirl dies for the stars that are in here, and then I use the Alphabet a la Mode dies for my July 4. So those are all up here. So I've cut the July and the number 4 out of Real Red cardstock, and then I've cut a set of 3 stars out of Daffodil Delight cardstock. So we're going to glue our letters on. I'm going to just use a little bit of liquid glue, and I'm just putting little bits, little teeny dots. Don't put too much or it'll all seep out and you'll have a big gluey mess. And nobody wants a big gluey mess. So I do my J and my 4 first. A little bit right at the top there. When you're doing the letters, spacing is important. Okay, now if you don't have the a la Mode dies, you could use any letter die set you have, or if you have an alphabet stamp set, you could do that. You can use whatever you have, and if you don't have the Give It a Whirl dies, you can use star punches, or if you have, we've had star dies in the past too, so you could use those. You don't have to use exactly what I'm doing. All right. And what I want is a little gap between my July and my 4, so that's going to come out just right. I'm just trying to get my letters as straight as possible. There we go. Okay. Now, before we put our stars on, got a little scrap of white and some Azure Afternoon ink. And then I just wanted the happy. So I've got this happy birthday stamp. I used it from the Artistically Inked because this happy was about the size I was looking for, but I just need the happy. So I'm stamping that, and then we're going to cut this off. Just cut out the happy part. Okay, we're going to pop this up. I'm just going to use one dimensional. I don't think I need more. And I'm going to put this right here. And then we can pop up our stars. I'm going to do this big one down here, and maybe this middle one over here. And maybe I don't know if I can fit this on this little teeny star. Let's see. Flip it over. Oh, I think it'll fit, just barely. Put that up there. And that's it. Isn't that cute? I'm going to use a little wink of Stella on my stars just to make them sparkly too. And that is it. So quick and cute. Isn't that adorable? I have some extras, so I'm going to be making these for my family for 4th of July too. We're going to Florida, so I'm going to make them and take them in my suitcase. All right, I hope you enjoyed the project today. Please check back on Thursday, and we'll have, I don't know what yet, but we're going to have another video for you Thursday. All right, measurements are posted on my blog, and don't forget, DSP is still on sale till the end of the month, almost over. And if you want to not miss out on future videos, please click subscribe. I would appreciate it. And I will see you Thursday. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.